Hello, cuties. How are we? I do apologise. I forgot to change the stream title. I am a silly man. How are we all? I hope we're doing well. Please bear with me. I just got a text message. There may also be trenches. Well, maybe not trenches, but how about a Renault FT17 for the Trench Crusade mini game? How about that, Mac? Can I persuade you to stay? Sorry, dude, I completely forgot. I've been trying to do like 17 million different things at once, and YouTube wasn't behaving itself because I'm trying to multi-stream, and yeah, I completely forgot about changing the Twitch title. Sorry, brother. When I buy one, because it's quite expensive. Oh, what are you paying in TARDIS? Where's that micropore tape gone? Or masking tape? That'll fucking do. Because I've got to try and do some green stuff that I'm not very good at. Which other site? All right, brother. What's the challenge, TARDIS? That sounds interesting. I actually had a bit of an idea for some like monthly goals now that work minus next week because we've got a mock Ofsted. Should kind of theoretically slow down. Mate, honestly, I'm not even joking. I genuinely really considered until I probably thought that even if it was non sus content, that if I did upload videos to a certain website, hello Rita. Yeah, if I did upload videos to a certain orange and black website, whether or not apparently the fucking ad revenue's really good, though I would probably also, even if I was just, you know, uploading humorous Tarkov clips, probably lose my job. Chicken burger? Alright. Let's see if this probably too far gone green stuff is going to behave itself. because what I want to try and do, mate, you need to just fucking buy it. Because what I want to try and do is where I've kind of carved all of these lines in, I want to add some stitches and stuff. Yeah. That was what made me think about it, dude. Love of my life. Oh my god, Dan, stay here a second. Please hold. Or right, okay, hang on, hold. Dan, do you want to see what I 3D printed for you? Oh, no. The proposal is going to be far bigger than this. Trust me. Do you want to see what I 3D printed for you? Or do you want it as a surprise? I need to finish painting it. And I need to glue it together. But egg. Yeah, I need to finish spraying it. Yeah, it's not got a flared enough base. But I saw it. I saw it the other night when I was watching some. I think you should leave. I was doing some 3D printing stuff, and yeah. Rita, please tell me you've seen. I think you should leave on thingy Netflix. That is a chain glaive, yes. Oh, dude, bruv. Considering I know your enjoyment of so chain glaives are a very like specifically Night Lords thing. Um, hence why he's got a chain glaive. Right. I'm pausing the music for a second. Please hold. Chat, is that making any noise to you? I can't hear it. Yeah, can you guys hear this or? Oh, you know what? Hang on. No audio on it. Ugh. Pause. Pause. Watch this immediately break my capture card. Happened, Mac? I think what actually happened, Mac, is that certain people in the stream have gone, yeah, completed that one, completed that one, completed that one, completed that one. But no, seriously, you should watch. I think you should leave. It is honestly hilarious. It's very, 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 very good. All right. See, it ain't a checklist. That's a little bit more mixing. Right, Orb, Lumi's not on, mate. I will refund that for you, mainly because I'm barely looking at the monitor. Hello, sir. Green stuff. You know what? I haven't done any like orc stuff in a while, dude. Oh no, I can't refund it because it's just channel points. My bad. I will do that in mod view, or if someone could do that in mod view, if I have got any mods. Oh yeah, it's the music. Bit of ambient, grim, dark shit to do some hobby stuff with. Oh no. So this is like, for those of you that don't know, this is like a two-part. It comes in like green and blue. It's like a two-part acrylic putty that you mix together, and you can sculpt with it. What's my favorite? I think you should leave sketch. Dude, that is such a hard question. I think potentially either that one, the hot dog car, because I find that very funny, or the mud pie. Oh, did they, Mac? Who made one? Oh, Baby of the Year is excellent. Baby of the Year is so fucking good. Fucking driving, mate. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. They're all like, so many of them are so good, right? The hot dog one's great as well. Not that hot dog one, but the one in the meeting. You can't skip lunch. Oh, Dan, have you seen Tires on Netflix? Actually, what do you think? Sprue is brilliant. Sprue is very, very, very clever. Mac, that might be of interest to you. So, if you get some Tamiya extra thin, this is definitely the best plastic glue to go for because you get so much of it for the value, and you get a bottle that's running out. If you chop up some like sprue into it. And right, okay. So if you Spruger or Tamiya extra thin? I kind of assumed because you come from more of like a scale model background that we'd know about Tamiya extra thin. Anyway, actually, but if you get some Tamiya extra thin, and you chop these down if they're a little bit too long, which they are. That's fine. And you mix the like chopped down sprue into it. You can use it as a filler. You just got to let it kind of melt it down and chop it into small enough chunks that it melts down. And then you can basically use it as a filler. Yeah, it's basically sprue melted in acetone or in Tamiya extra thin plastic glue. Because Tamiya works just as well. Because the way that plastic glue works, Diamond, is it basically melts the two parts of the plastic together. I assume it's got acetone in it. Yeah, it's got acetone. Yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah. There's another way. So if you get I can't remember which one it is, but the Tamiya do an airbrush. They do an airbrush thinner or cleaner that is basically the same compound as this minus one thing, and you can get like a massive bottle of it for like the same price as like one of these bottles, and it's basically like the equivalent of like 2, 3 of those bottles, but it's just never in stock when I want it. Let me see if we can find a quick tutorial for you, mate. Not that you really need a tutorial because it's dead easy, but it's probably easier than me trying to waffle on and explain it. Shaky, it's taught me patience, man. Honestly, it's taught me patience. Like, I have next to no fucking patience. But this has definitely taught me patience. Yeah. Yeah, but it's also like because I want to improve and I always want to do better. It's also like it's definitely taught me patience. However, I can never finish an army. Yeah, good, Shaky, man. How are you? So I've been kind of doing this. I've been doing this since I was a little kid, man. I've been doing Games Workshop Warhammer stuff since like I was probably about 9 or 10. Um, and I remember me and Dryman were kind of talking about this whilst lamenting the political situation of the world last night. I was essentially screwed from like the age of 10 to end up. See, for me, Drymond, it's not even that. Like, so this is arguably going to be far more difficult to build and paint than like the normal Marines, and it's always the normal Marines that I never end up finishing because I get bored because they're so repetitive. which is why I try and convert like all of my miniatures, so there's a little bit of like difference and excitement. Like as much as because I really enjoy converting, but most of it is just for my sanity more than anything else. I love kit bashing, like especially like with Night Lords because I can add like the little bits of green stuff, the flayed skins, and stuff like that, and just like add a little bit of variety. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I was going to show you something. What? So I walked in, just do a 50-page backstory, explaining the backstory. Mate, I've written stories about. I've written so I used to do a lot of like campaign weekends and stuff with like the local Games Workshop community, and so yeah, so and you would get awarded extra points and stuff for like backstory and stuff like that. And I went to a campaign weekend and got a chamois leather, made it look like flayed skin, and wrote the backstory of my army in fake blood onto it, and then cut holes in it so it looked like it was the face of a flayed space marine. Right, so when I walked into Games Workshop in what probably would have been about 1997, Necromunda First Edition had just come out. Yeah. Um. So, like, to say that I was absolutely fucked from the start to want a mohawk and like be punk as fuck, including the fucking toy soldiers that I play. You know what's hilarious, right? I fell in love with this box set, and I have never had a Goliath Necromunda gang, not once. Which I find utterly hilarious, to be honest. Let's see, because I mean, what's even worse, right, is the new fucking Goliath minis look sick. Hello, Steph. How you doing, mate? Oh, fucking look at these guys. How fucking cool are they? I saw you. I saw you said you were taking started. Oh, mate, love it. Steph, do you read a lot? And what kind of stuff do you read? You love to read? If you want to read something. Oh, yeah. Steph, how you feeling, man? Because I saw on Twitter you're starting to take antibiotics. You all good? Rumor has it that that's true, Shaky, honestly. Oh, Mac, I don't know whether that song request worked, by the way, because I don't know whether it only accepts Spotify and whether or not it accepts YouTube or not. But ping me the YouTube video and I'll play it in a second. Steph, if you want to read something, or in fact, if anyone wants to read something, Oh, mate, absolutely. If anyone wants to read something that I'm writing at the moment, I'm writing a book about my great granddad in World War II, as well as doing the documentary. Ping me a message in Discord, and I'll happily send it over. Like, more than happy to. I'd love to get as much kind of feedback on it as possible. 50 Shades of Grey is the worst written book about, like, the kink community that I've ever read, because it's not written by someone in the kink community whatsoever, and it was originally written as a what was it, Twilight fan fiction. It's disgusting. If you want to read something that I've been writing, if you want to read something, the Wall series is very good. But if you want to read something that I've been writing about my great granddad in World War II, it's not specifically a history book. It's kind of a little more casual than a typical history book. Then ping me a message on Discord and I'll happily send it over. I'd love to get as much kind of feedback and like recommendations on it as possible. Yeah. Ping me a message on Discord, dude, and I'll send you the link. It's like, it's introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, and halfway through chapter 3. But yeah, I'd like as many people as possible to read it, especially people that aren't historians. Oh God, Diamond, I'll watch that after stream, mate, because that looks cursed, even from the fucking thumbnail, dude. Who's this incredibly handsome man adding me as a friend on Discord? Right, let's have a listen to this song that Max sent us. Oh yeah, that was a fucking essay, dude. Holy shit. Okay. Apparently, Google Chrome, sorry, Opera shit the bed trying to open that link. I think Mac may have just DDoSed me. All right, let's try this. Oh, shut up, ads. What the fuck is playing? Oh, it's that fucking sprue video. My bad. All right, there's a music video as well, boys. All right. Oh, wrong one. That's pretty cool. That is not. Shaky, dude, seriously, it's no rush. Like, I sped run the first bit, and I'm struggling to find the time to finish chapter 3 because this is where it's kind of getting fairly weighty in terms of like historical context and stuff. So I've got to do like an awful lot of research and then like stuff like that. I finished the first half. So basically, my great granddad ended up getting wounded in Iraq in World War One. I'm trying to trace his footsteps, and basically, what I want to do is I want to do a chapter on kind of historical context. So, like, why were the British where they were, etc., etc. And I'm at Gallipoli at the moment, and I've done the naval landings. I've done the naval landing part. I've done the naval part of the campaign, so the start of the campaign, and I'm just onto the landings now. But as I was saying, as much as it's pain to do, open a ticket with them and actually respond, make a short video. If possible, upload on YouTube, private share the link. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. You've got Shadow Play, Rita. That's a really good shout, Steph. You know what is strange though, like because Rita's PC is far better than mine. Hello, Caps. Happy Saturday, brother. How you doing, mate? And I don't have that problem, which I find really weird. Shit, really, Steph. I might do your rollbacks and stuff anyway. See if I can improve my frames. I tell you what, like, what has been cool is being like once I finally decided to not throw both PCs out the window while I was trying to set up a dual PC setup. Like, I can actually run streaks on stream, which is cool. Not that it's gone well on stream, but you know, I can do it. Nice. Yo, big love, Steph, man. Feel better, my dude. Have a good evening. Thank you very much for popping by. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Steph, please do go and give him some love. He's a fucking great streamer, man. Fucking brilliant. And follows are free, baby. Though I do assume that the vast majority of you that are in here also do know who Steph is. All right. I don't think I got the mix quite right on this, honestly. I think it's a little too much yellow. But we can make it work. Hello, Kevin. How are we, brother man? I think he has, mate. I think he has. Yeah, how you doing, dude? I was. I didn't realise you were out doing delivery stuff now. Right. Okay, Shaky. Let's be real. How much strong arming does it take to get Keps on the marmalade? One time thing, mate. Off it. How was it though? Was it all right? I legit thought it would be funny to do like I might even do it over the summer, you know. Go and do like Uber Eats or something for the day and like oh, I see. I thought it'd be kind of funny to do like Uber Eats for a day and live stream it while I'm out doing like delivering food and that. I thought that'd be fucking hilarious. Avoid it, mate. I avoid every no matter what anyway. Fucking oh, we used to be called Hermes, but then realised that like Hermes was a messenger god and we don't deliver fuck all. Oh, is it? Are you gonna live stream it? Because I thought that'd be quite cool, man. Like, just go live like on your phone. You probably have to get two phones though, innit, to use the fucking sat nav and whatever else. But I thought that'd be kind of. I thought it'd be quite a good. Like, I thought it'd be quite a funny idea. Like, just go and like chat shit all day. Though chances are, if you did it, then Rita would stream snipe you, and you'd be delivering someone's Mackies, and you go and fucking put nail in one of your tires. IRL TK. I think I've got enough threads on here. I'm probably going to chop this one down a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit too big. Should we try and do? I really need to get a rolling pin for this stuff, you know. Actually, that'd probably be a better idea. So get it like proper thin. I reckon we try and get like a little like flayed face there. Proper smoothed out. And those of you that are coming in and going, oh, look at this guy doing all this green stuff, I am shocking. Like, it's something that I really need to work on because the most kind of green stuff that I do is like filling in armor joints and stuff there, and even then that don't look good. And like flayed skin, because I'm a Night Lords player, so that is a case of basically getting some of this and then pulling it so it looks like tearing skin, and it's really easy. Like proper sculpting, I am dreadful at. It's definitely something I want to get better at, but I really struggle. I really struggle with like the patience of it, and I get frustrated really easily when stuff doesn't look how I want it to look in my brain. If that makes sense. And that's damp. Cut a bit out. Yeah. Oh, mate, like it's half the reason that I've only ever finished this Night Lord's army once, right? This is probably, and I don't know if you've seen, or if you haven't seen, you should go and check them out on YouTube. Quick, shameless plug. I don't know if you've seen my short talking about it, but like I've started and redone this army so many times because I get to a point where I go, I can paint better than that. And then go, oh, I'm going to redo this entire army, and then the same thing happens again. Shit. Again and again and again. Though hilariously, I have found that your old ADHD med pots are great painting handles, by the way. So I'm saving them so I can batch paint squads all at the same time because I can just swap the lids. Sometimes I'm a genius. Most of the time. Oh yeah, no, I get that, Shaky, for sure. I get that. But I think I'm so like I can be so overly critical of myself. That looks nothing like a face to it. Because I'm so like overly critical of myself about stuff. An awful lot of the time, I look at my models when I started painting in the army, and because I have a tendency of painting in like fits and spurts, I'll find a new technique. Fuck's sake, how you doing, handsome? Someone sounds like they're having a good weekend. Merry Saturday indeed, brother. I think I'm going to have to wait for this to dry a little bit before I do that. Because otherwise, it's just going to move. But that's fine. We can use a blade to, like, cut, like, the eyes and the mouth out of it. All right. Let's leave that bad boy there for a minute. Let him dry. In fact, no, we bring him back because I need to do this armor joint tonight. But the beauty as well, like, if you are a subpar sculptor and, like, you get these ridiculously, like, over-exaggerated ideas in your head about, like, what you want to do with a miniature. The beauty of doing chaos is, like, you can just cover it in chains, dude, and no one's going to see the mistakes. The same with orcs. Oh, that conversion looks a little bit shit. Oh, it's meant to look like that. It's an orc vehicle. Like, it's fine. Because, like, there's some guys that I follow on Instagram, right? And their conversions are, like, they're fucking insane, dude. Like, honestly, once they're painted up, you would not know that they weren't sculpted like that by Games Workshop. And, like, I am truly, truly envious of their abilities. Like an awful lot of the painters that I follow as well. And, like, some of them, like, not even all of them are like the grim dark style, which I really enjoy painting. In terms of, like, their painting techniques and stuff. Some of them are like super, 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 super clean, like painting stuff that in like flat colors to make it look like metal. In fact, one of my homies, Ant, who hilariously lives in the same building as me, we didn't find that out until we moved, or just before we moved. Like, his painting is insane. Like, it's truly, truly stunning. And, like, yeah, that just ain't me. But I'm, yeah, I really like the grimdark style. I really like how an awful lot of scale miniature painters, I'm talking like tanks and stuff like that, like I've done before, and I will be doing some more because I've had some really cool like diorama ideas and stuff. Like how they do their stuff, and like it's really cool trying to mix those kind of like hobbies together. There's a guy on YouTube who does model tanks. He does armor modeling called Night Shift. And he ended up finally, after his community had been bugging him for apparently years. I only found him a couple of years ago, right? They've been bugging him to do a Games Workshop model, and he did a Sakaran battle tank. And like, it looks so good, dude. You never would have known that that was the first ever Warhammer model that he'd ever painted, bro. Like, it was the way that the kind of the techniques that he was using translated into like sci-fi was just fucking so good. Right, filled the gap. So what I need to do now is make it look like cabling. Now, if I'd have thought about it, I would have got a bass guitar string and basically like filled the gap with that, but I didn't until I had started building it. But to do that, sorry, I got a text message. I need to flatten that out a little bit. It's a little bit too bumpy. I think I'm going to need to let it set a little bit before I start cutting the cables in, otherwise they're going to look. I wonder. Cut that bit out. I wonder if I could potentially wrap some really fine, like, fuse wire into the green stuff, or at least around the green stuff, to make it look more convincing. I might try that, you know. Is anyone like is anyone in chat who is a hobbyist rather than the homies that are hanging out? Because I'm usually, or I spend an awful lot of my time on stream, or any of the homies that do hobby for that matter. Not trying to be a dick. Has anyone ever tried that? So you, instead of doing the sculpting in the hoses into the green stuff, using like fuse wire to replicate it? I might give that a go. It's not a bad shout. If only I'd have thought about that, you know, like yesterday. Okay. And surprise, surprise, like when I make pasta, I've made too much bloody green stuff. Because of course I have. Can always start it all over again. Yeah. You are not wrong, sir. Tiny dinky daffy pancaked by a dump truck driver. Love it. Honestly, I love it. It's so good. Oh, actually, we might need to use the green stuff because I need to convert the backpack. All right, so obviously the original model is just dude walking. I want my... So this is going to be a proxy Night Lord's Demon Prince. And because I am a super nerd and really like the lore... Oh, God. The... Fuck you, Harley Jarvis. Yo, country, thank you very much for the follow, brother. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Welcoming. I know that this is a bit of a random question, but if you could chat in chat just to make sure that Lumia is picking up both my YouTube chat and my Twitch chat, that'd be wonderful. Or if someone who is on my YouTube already could pop over and do that, that would also be great. All right, okay. So what I've got to try and do, going back to this, because I got completely bloody sidetracked, as per usual, surprise, surprise, is so my Night Lords are going to be more, well, there's going to be like no mutations, because I really like the Night Lords trilogy, and if you haven't read that and you're a fan of sci-fi in general, let alone the 40k universe, you should read them. They're brilliant books. My Night Lord's Proxy Demon Prince is basically just going to be a really big guy, really big Chaos Lord with a jump pack to represent the wings, because I also use a lot of Raptors in my in my Night Lord's army, because who doesn't want a load of flayed skin covered skull wearing lunatics? It is too hot for paint. It's actually, to be fair, it's pretty windy down here for me, mate. How you doing, brother man? Lumia is off, handsome. Because I can't see it. Because I'm barely looking at my screen. Yeah, it's been pretty breezy today, Rennie, so I've kind of got away with it. I was going to be potentially looking at doing the whole aircon thing that I bought, but I haven't needed it today. Needed it last night, though. Holy shit, it was hot when I got home. How are we, Joseph? I've got I've got ambient noise on. Let me turn it down. Sorry, dude, I didn't realise. It's like grim, dark music stuff. I didn't realise it was so loud. Sorry, dude. You know what? Let's play something else. Dan will love this. Dan will love this. I am working on definitely not a butchered and converted Lionel Johnson. Spotify, why do you refuse to work? Oh, it's just because it starts really quiet, doesn't it? How are we, Joseph? Oh, Rennie, Joe, when are we gonna? So he's got one of the Lord Discordant Beasties fucking shoulder joints as a shoulder pad. I've kept the lion on this side, but moved it slightly because the Night Lords at Trementar had the Nostrum and lion on their shoulder. He's got the chain glaive from the Lord Discordant as well. I definitely didn't buy the full kit just so I could use this. And then his head. You got 21 days off in September. Holy shit. Let's fucking go. Annoyingly, I am back to work on the 1st of September, but let's make something happen. And his head is the lion's wing head, but with, and annoyingly, I couldn't get hold of the kit again because it was a limited edition model. The wings from one of the Nighthorn limited characters that I'd used on a different conversion of this guy. uh, which I thought worked out pretty well. But so yeah, what I've done is I've basically there was a guy that did a conversion of this on YouTube, but he used an awful lot of the like Aussie Art Bone Reaper stuff. Yeah, Vargai set would have been a good idea as well, actually. Um, the wings are too big though because I've got some of them. So I'm going to convert up a load of the Heresy era jet bikes. I'm going to convert a load of those up, and I'm going to use the bat wings on the front of them, for like the aspiring champion, and just using them as normal chaos bikes. That patch of green stuff there is going to be a flayed face once it's set a little bit. And then yeah, I've basically just cut up the cloak, and then I've added some stitches in and a bit more kind of flayed skin here and there. Cut off all of the dark angels kind of insignia and stuff like that as well. I was going to use the cloaked head and then replace it with a different face, but I just couldn't get it to work. Joey, Rennie, when are we three going to sit down and play through Space Marine 2 together? We need to organise time. And I am also, from the end of next week, going to be basically from Wednesday evening, going to be far, 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 far less busy at work. Because we have helpfully I'll have a look at some of the sprues and see if I need anything, man. I don't think so, though. Oh yeah, he's going to either hate it or become a 40k enthusiast. It's going to be one of the two. There's going to be no middle ground. I just want to check something in chat. Hang on a second. Oh no. Okay, the chat isn't combining. That's rather annoying. Huh. Oh no, it did work. It's just slow. Cool. Oh, Joe, you won't piss me off. You'll probably make it worse. Because essentially what I'll end up doing is I'll start going off on weird tangents because I do that all the time. But I also think that you'll really enjoy it because it's essentially Gears of War but blue, basically. Right, I'm going to need a bit of green stuff to fill that bit in. Far bloody less than that. Jesus. Basically, what I want to try and do is I want to convert this into a jump pack. Because this is, I mean, it's not a whole lot bigger than a normal Space Marine backpack, which I found quite surprising, but it's big enough to be noticeable. Unless I get really, really, really fancy with it. Bitter cornfield chase. Oh, mate, I didn't catch him because I was basically asleep all morning. I thought Red was playing in that Rainbow Six thingy-mabobby, not just watching it. I saw that he went live, and I was like, oh, I thought he was playing in it with Pest. Or did I just get that entirely wrong? Or have I just brought up drama that I didn't know about? Yo, hello, Pesky. How you doing, handsome man? Oh, fair. Yeah, I woke up when Em went to work. I woke up when Em went to work, and then basically immediately went back to sleep. Took Joey out, and then immediately went back to sleep. I think I've watched, and I say watched very, very loosely, 8 episodes of Top Boy today, season one, because I started rewatching it because I realised I hadn't watched the last season and completely forgot what was going on. And I haven't watched. I think I've watched 2 in total. How are we, Pesky, handsome man? Yeah, good, mate. Good. Pretty tired. I'm gonna be honest. I am pretty bloody tired. I'm pretty much. What's that painting pen called? What this? Why are you getting some figures to paint? So this isn't a paintbrush. It's a cake molding tool. So what I'm using is this stuff, which is modeling putty, and I'm basically using it to like flatten out this stuff. You can pick them up. It's like clay and cake molding stuff. It's just a pokey stick. Yeah, it's just got a silicone tip on the end of it, so you can like move shit about. Um, Paintbrush wise, Pesk, you want to get some like. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, basically, I'm converting a model at the moment. So this guy, all that green stuff is like sculpting work. It's not very good sculpting work because I'm not very good at sculpting, but it's all like sculpting work. Um, what you want to get is you want to get some decent like. Yeah, that is a very technical term for this stream, Joseph. Um, oh, amazing! Fun ones or no? No, it's too late to be fun ones, right? Oh, you should have taken your little book out. You taking a photo of them? No, I'm not joking. Joe, like, M loves a mushroom hunt. It's great. Poor Joey the dog. When we went for a walk, what, last year? We went for a walk, like, what, it must have been, what, September last year? And poor Joey was just sat there while M was climbing in and out of fucking bushes taking photos of mushrooms. And he was just sat there like, motherfucker, like, we're supposed to be walking and I'm just sat here. I didn't, though. That is definitely going to happen next time, Pesk. Is it in good nick? Oh, all right. That answers that question then. Jump pack. Jump pack. Give me a second. I also sent you pics of the shrooms. Can check for all the no variants. Yeah. Man. Yeah, good, bro. Good. How you doing, John? Man, I swear this woman is like so fucking good at taking photos of fucking mushrooms and plants and shit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was leaning over the back of the mic. I was just looking at something on thingy on the other computer. Fucking look at that! How good is that photo? All right. I've also kind of got to get the mic in a bit of a weird position. Right. So this is what we got so far, John. Flayed skin cloak, lightning claw, the chain glaive from the Lord Discordant, a butchered Lionel Johnson helmet with bat wings. Yeah, in it. Fucking taken with iPhone as well, by the way. This is going to be a pig to convert if I haven't got plastic jump packs, which I don't. The only ones I've got are fucking metal. The ones I want to use anyway, because I want to use something like. I think I'm going to need all some bits from Bits Box for that, which is very annoying. Hmm. Might just use a backpack. I might be able to get away with it. I mean, to be fair, Pesky, you're not wrong. I might be able to get away with it. I can probably tie it up a little bit. We're going to have to think about that. Right, let's get rid of this. Don't need this no more. Do I think this is? Yeah, that definitely is. Right, let's try make this look like a face. Someone whose skin has been cut off and stitched into this cloak. So what miniatures do you think are going to get in, Pesk? That looks suitably disgusting. A K-pop band just released a video that was filmed on the iPhone. Fuck's sake, man. That's insane. So far, built 5 Cadians. Actually, I thought you were doing Ultramarines. Oh, are these going to be like militia? All right. We're going to need to leave the line to dry for a little bit and let that green stuff kind of. Ultramar Auxilio. Gotcha. Right, let's put him over here. Let's pick up this tank. So I kind of. Well, I mean, Ultramar had Auxilia. They have Auxilia. They have to defend the homeworld. So that entirely makes sense. I 3D printed this. Oh, mate, just do a combined arms force. That's fine. Absolutely fine. I found this 3D print and I've printed it off on like my filament printer. So the layer lines, you can kind of see them. They're not too bad, to be fair. But I'm going to be converting this into something for Trench Crusade. And let me show you this picture. So if you haven't seen Trench Crusade is essentially what happens if if the Crusades never ended and World War One took place. So it's set in 1914, and it's like demons have opened up. Like there's been a portal to hell opened. You're like it's just it's all kinds of fucked up. It's great. I want to try and convert and make something look like this. This is the plan. This right here is the plan. I'm kind of going to do it a little bit differently, though. Yeah, Nurgle bits. I'm thinking zombies. This is what the kids call wicked. Yeah, I'm not necessarily going to do anything towing it. I'm thinking that it's almost like a possessed trench ghost tank, right? So there's basically going to be loads of corpses like moving it along, and I don't know why I'm gesturing because I haven't got my camera on. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I do it so like it looks like the dead are kind of moving it like from underneath, if that makes sense. That's the plan anyway. And I want to kind of make it look like it's glowing from the inside. Like it's been knocked out. And it's been possessed, so there's going to be. I'm hoping I can get like. I'm basically going to wreck it. It's solid. I don't. It might be solid. Oh no, it's not solid. Sick. Yeah, I basically want to battle damage it. Like fuck it all up, which is why I basically didn't print it out in a resin printer. But to be fair, like the print quality is pretty sweet. For like a free fucking STL. What kind of miniatures are they, Pesky, by the way? Oh, it's got supports on the inside, right? Or is it like a big like mix and a range of stuff? Some of the supports out of them. See, it's actually probably going to have something there that I can put the OSL on. Hide. I can put like some dead bodies and shit hanging out of it and whatever. I'm going to want the turret on it. Because I know that one doesn't have the turret on it, but do I kind of want to keep the turret on it because the turret looks cool? Don't know. I don't know. Also, hilariously, pretty much all just snap fits together. I am going to glue it, but like, it fits. It fits pretty well. It's going to need a bit of fiddling as I kind of make the battle damage and what have you worse, but it'd fit even better if I put the fucking tracks on the right way around. Yeah, like that. But what we're going to do first, which my brother still developed 3 proof. Oh, dude, that's so cool. It's possibly the least cool thing ever, but like, to me, it's very cool. I mean, to be fair, man, the filament print that I got was real cheap. Same with the 3D, like the resin 3D print that I've got. As a hobby, that is definitely far more accessible than it was, say, like 5 years ago. By like a country mile. Holy shit, that's insane. Dude, that is honestly so cool. That must have been mad interesting. He had a gold 3D printer, his lad. Because someone 20. Fuck. Oh, bear me a second, chat. I need to get a jam jar lid or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is a real shame with that stuff, man. It really is. It sucks when, like, really cool, interesting jobs like that just don't fucking pay the bills, you know? Right. So, what we're going to do is this: we're going to get some Tamiya basic type modeling putty. We're going to squeeze a bit in here. And then I'm going to mix it with some Tamiya glue. What happens is it turns into a really, really, really thin paste. I put too much glue in that, which you can then stipple all over your plastic models if you so wish. And it makes the plastic melt and gives it texture because the putty then dries on top. Now, what you need for this is really, really crappy paintbrush. Like this. This is just like a cheap shit brush. It's already knackered. I've probably used this for something like this before because it's rock solid. What you do is you stipple it all over the tank. Trying to avoid, though you don't necessarily have to, because if you really wanted to and you were doing proper armor modeling, you could potentially, if you really had the time, put all the rivets in the right place and make them the right size, because some people are like that in the community, and I totally understand why. Well, I don't necessarily totally understand why. I understand why people do it. I would never do it myself. But like, if you want super realism, then go for it. But this is for a miniatures game, so I won't be doing that. But this should hopefully remove the printing lines. And if it doesn't, and then to kind of vary out the texture and stuff like that, you can run a file over it so it looks less like bumpy and overly textured. It dries super quick as well, which is great. Yeah, see the layer lines on this top section are a little bit rough. So this should hide that. I also want to make it look like super rusty anyway. So I'm probably going to end up adding even more texture over the top of this as well. My dad worked on one of these once, a Renault FT17. I'll see if I can get my nan to find out the photo. But he literally, there's a photo of him, my uncle, and my granddad repairing one of these in my family fucking garage before I was born. So it must have been like early 80s. Just like a fucking tank sat in a car garage being fixed, like in open in the yard. Because one of my cousins runs a military, or used to run at least. He's not even one of my cousins. One of my dad's cousins. So he's like a real distant cousin of mine. Used to run like a military vehicle museum / they would hire him out for films and stuff like that. And he had one that he was trading for something, and it needed fixing. So my fucking granddad and my dad and my uncle fixed it. Because that's the normal thing that car mechanics get asked if it's, oh yeah, sorry mate, can you just service my fucking tank, please? I don't even need to do that. That's going to get hidden. That's where the little what's it scoop is. Put someone here, even though we're not putting the turret on, because we're going to hide the turret. We're going to hide this. We're going to put a lot of platform on it. Or do I want to put the? Nah, we're going to hide the turret. We're going to hide the turret. I might not have anything pulling it forward, but we're still going to hide the turret. Heavy on the detail. Mate, I'm not even joking. I have looked into the costs of being legally allowed to drive a tank on the roads in the UK, and it's not cheap. It's also not as expensive as you would think. You need to get an HGV level 1 license. You then need to do a second license on to be able to drive tracked vehicles. And the vehicle that you buy, you need to pay to have the tracks vulcanized so they don't tear up the road. So it's doable, but then you got to find a tank, and depending on the tank that you want, it could be 50 grand or it could be several £1,000,000, depending on which one it is. Like if you want a Sherman that was made during World War II, you're probably looking at towards £1,000,000. Sherman post World War II, far cheaper. Same with T-34s. Soviet armor from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I've just ruined this. Just ruined this T-shirt. I've just melted a fucking hole in it. Yeah, it's not. See, the thing is, Pesky, it's not even that expensive, and like Eddie Hall's like a rich motherfucker. He's got an APC, Scorpion APC, is it? Give me a second. Oh, fair. Yeah. I just think it would be really funny doing your weekly food shop in the fucking tank and then hanging all the shopping on the barrel when you drive home. Yeah, I think you can buy like a T60 in the UK that's been like deactivated for about 50 grand. They won't have been vulcanized though, so you would need to do that, and I'm pretty sure that will probably cost you about another 20 if I remember rightly. The last time I looked at this, plus all the license stuff, but the license stuff isn't really that expensive, surprisingly. But bad parking while parked on top of another car. someone here as well. We won't do it on the wheels because the wheels were wood. Fun fact: the Renault FT17, the wheels on it were wood. They were not made out of metal. Though it was hilariously the only tank in World War One to actually have any form of suspension. Because the British tanks didn't have suspension, and neither did the German one, the A7V. Or any sort of crew ventilation. So enjoy just constantly inhaling carbon monoxide while you're on maneuvers, mate. And enjoy the fact that your spine is going to feel like broken glass by the time we've crossed no man's land if you don't break down. True. True. Or it's still looking a little bit. I might need a bit of a stiffer brush. But the beauty of this is especially if you're doing this on flat panels, if you do too much, you can sand it back. Hello, Perky. How you doing, brother man? I'm currently playing with glue, mate, is what I'm doing. This isn't paint. This is a mix of Tamiya putty and poly cement. So essentially, I'm just inhaling fumes right now. I know that it's not fucking accurate, but this isn't an accurate game. And it's going to look sick. So, grow up in it. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I gloriously, as much as I'm now losing out on money, don't have to get up dumb early tomorrow and go and tutor because his exams are finished. So, if anyone wants to pay me 50 quid just to have a lie-in tomorrow, I'd appreciate it. Oi, Beardy, how you doing, brother? Gladly, mate. Gladly. And by that, you mean cover you in plastic glue and putty, right? Because that's what I'm doing right now. How you doing, big man? I ain't fucking spoken to you in a minute. Other than watching you complain about, fucking Scottish football on Twitter. Fuck's sake. YouTube. I am indeed. About my brother, man, just sitting down looking at TikToks from Download this weekend. Man, like, don't get me wrong, I like Download, but also fuck them for making it on a fucking school term week every year, so I can't go. Sleep Token are live right now. You know what? I think I'd much rather go and see them live at their own show. Just because you're going to get the kind of full experience, right? Mate, don't be. They'll play again. Just come. It's absolutely fine. They'll play again. It's going to cost you fucking 200 quid for a ticket, but they'll play again. I think last time I went was 2009. And honestly, same. See, I think with a band like Sleep, I feel like they'd actually be better not at a festival. Just because, like, let's be real, festival audio is shonky at best. Just because of it being outside and everything else. So that ain't gonna help. Hi, Beardy. You're not wrong. It is better. It is better. Never been to Download. There are better festivals, man. Honestly, like Download has gotten so corporate, like most festivals. I don't know why. It's just fucking it's a money maker, isn't it? They're absolute money makers, and people are going to take the fucking piss. First time I saw Sleep Token, I saw them. They were in a marquee, mate. I've never seen Sleep Token play live. I want to go and see them. I just don't know whether I can be bothered as much as like most Sleep Token fans. You know, I'm like I dig them as a band, but I'm not that obsessed. That's gonna need a lot more fucking work. Oh, mate, that's amazing. Imagine having bands come to your mate. I fucking feel for that, dude. Because Christ, even fucking Oz bands don't play Australia much. Like, when was the last time Parkway tried? Parkway played. Was it what end of last year? They played Brisbane with Amity and someone else. Oh, Beardy, there's got to be. There's got to be fucking live stream, surely. Oh, mate, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I totally get the hype behind Sleep Token, and I enjoy them musically. I just, yeah, I'm not. First and last time I seen him was around 2014. I was a cameraman at Parkway. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's sick. Man, it's one of the so that kind of like Brisbane hardcore metalcore scene that was like back in the early 2000s, bro. I wish I'd have experienced that firsthand, man. Like all the DTD bands and stuff. I wish I'd have been able to experience that grow. Like, don't get me wrong, like I love London and Brighton hardcore, but like when I came up into London and Brighton hardcore, like it was already like well established, you know. And there was nothing like that, like properly around my ends because I live just outside of London. It was just fucking suburban. Oh, mate, amazing. You know, it was just like suburban fucking metal bands, man, that played local youth centres and shit. Um, that started in fucking high school and ended in high school because they were actually dog shit, like most of my bands were when I was at school. 60 pound a ticket ain't too bad. I mean, Christ, if they play Pesky, thank you very much for the sub on the Red website. If you would like to go and subscribe and you haven't already, please do. And if you fancy opening up a tag so I can farm you for ad revenue on that site, then please do. Thanks. Had a fair few metal bands come through. Nice, dude. That's weird because it's come up as YouTube. Okay, thank you very much for the sub, Pesky. I appreciate you, handsome. That was yeah. I thought you had switched because you had ads. Sorry, dude. That's just really weird because it's come up and saying it's on YouTube when it's not. Twitch thing. I need to double check that. Don't know why that comes up like that. That's to be fair, this is the first time I've used Lumia's fucking chat feature because I'm a moron and I've never fucking used it. Oh yeah, but for me, right? For me, hang on a second. For me, it's coming up as bloody YouTube, not as Twitch. Which is kind of weird. I mean, I usually have like Stream Manager up so I can see it, but yeah, weird, man, weird. Anyway. Oh, let's go, dude. What was the last show that I went to? I went to see. I went to see like some hardcore bands play down in Brighton last. Some of the boys from London were playing, which was cool. Go and hang out with them for a bit. That was fun. I've just been so busy with work, man. Like there's been so many fucking good shows that I just haven't been able to go and see. I saw them on the same. Was that last year, TARDIS? February this year, yeah. Me and Em went to see them play in London for one of the support bands, whose name completely eludes me right now for whatever reason. Yeah, home team. Yeah, that's it. The home team. That's what we went to see. Like we didn't even stay for state champs. Mate, neither can I. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A Day to Remember, a great live, yeah. I haven't seen them in a long time, but they are very good live. If you get the chance, I definitely recommend you going and seeing them. They do put on an excellent fucking show. Yeah, last time I saw them, they played in Brighton. I nearly got thrown out of the venue for moshing too hard. I forgot they had become really popular with like a younger audience, and was definitely like moshing way too fucking hard. Like way too fucking hard. All right. Last Mark, I've heard Last Mark before. They're sick. Yeah, I want to see Spirit Box as well, man. I really want to see Spirit Box. Tiny little exhaust. That's fucking cute, that is, look. Going that way? Oh, mate, they'll be over again soon. They will 100% be over again, dude. Jesus Christ, it's nearly 10 o'clock. I didn't even fucking realise the time, bro. Holy shit. Right, let's get that glued on. All right. Let's make a bit more of a mess, shall we? Oh. So impatient, man. I am so ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Fuck you. You know what's great about this as well is if I absolutely butcher this model and fuck it up, I can just turn it into a terrain piece and print another one. Because I'm not even joking. That entire kit took like 2 hours to print. It's insane. That's going to be the problematic bit. The structure kind of holds it all together, but we can make that work. That's fine. Just have to do a bit of digging. So oh, I shouldn't have bought these fucking razor saws off fucking Temu. Shit. Fill that in. Might not even fill that in, so it looks like a shell's kind of ricocheted and just taking that corner off or something. Probably take a chunk out of that if that's. Or completely fuck the track. Wonder if I can find an STL of one of these tracks, but loose. Because this is one solid piece. I suppose I could cut it, heat it, bend it. I mean, worst case scenario, I've just got to fucking print another one, right? Yeah, I think that'll heat actually fairly easily. Only problem is it's completely loose in that wheel off. So I can glue that in place. That's fine. Come here. You go through there. Way too. Oh, Jesus. That is way too much glue. I've made a fucking mess there, haven't I? I'll tell you what, this 3D printing, like PLA plastic, kind of reacts a little differently to Tamiya Extra Thin. I wonder whether it's just because of the compound that it's made out of, like the stuff that it's made from. Cut there and cut there. Make it look all fucking mangled and fucked. Fucking twist it up like that. Right, we'll paint these bits separate. It'll be easier to get in those gaps and stuff. Well, I think what I want to do, because of course I haven't planned this out at all. I think what I want to do is have like a gibbet on the top of the tank. I just said that I wasn't going to. Christ. All right. I think what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to call that there. And we are going to go and raid. Because I need to eat something. I also didn't realise it was. I completely lost track of time. I also didn't realise it was 10 o'clock. We're going to raid the RTA. Thank you very much for being here. I really, really, really do appreciate it. If you were lurking on the YouTube as well, thank you very much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot. Depending on how much work I have to do tomorrow, I might be on tomorrow. Let's end the stream on the YouTube.